All right, let's talk about Hop. No, not this Hop card. That's a bad card. So Hop's deck focuses on two main attackers and a whole bunch of support cards. So the main attacker in this deck is Hop Zacian. Its first move is Insta Strike for one colorless energy, does 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon and 30 damage to one of their bench Pokemon. It also has Brave Slash for 3 metal energy and 1 colorless that does 240 damage, but you can't use that move next turn. Which is fine because we'll never really be using it, period. Your backup attacker in this deck is Hop's Cramorant. It has 1 attack for 1 colorless energy, does 120 damage, but can only be used if your opponent has 3 or 4 prize cards remaining. If they have 1, 2, 5, or 6, its attack does nothing. Alright, with the attackers out of the way, let's talk about some of the support cards. The first one being Hop Snorlax. Snorlax's ability, Extra Helpings, makes your Hop's Pokemon do 30 more damage, which is great, but unfortunately this attack doesn't stack, so you really don't need more than 1 Snorlax on your bench, ever. There's also the Stadium, Postwick, Hop's hometown from Sword and Shield, which increases Hop's Pokemon attack by 30 damage as well. Unlike Snorlax, this works for both players, so if your opponent has some Hop's Pokemon in play, it's going to increase their attack too. The last one I want to talk about, and I think the best, is Hop's Choice Band. This Pokemon tool, similar to Snorlax and Postwick, increase Hop's Pokemon's attack by 30 damage as well. Additionally, the Choice Band also reduces Hop's Pokemon attack by 1 colorless energy. That's pretty good. Alright, with all the main cards out of the way, let's see if we can put this deck together. Let's hop to it. Okay, so Zacian's on the active, Hop's Choice Band is attached to it, you have Snorlax on the bench, and Postwick in play as well. So now Zacian's Insta Strike, which is free, does 120 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon and 30 damage to one of their bench Pokemon. For no energy, that's pretty good. Let's say we swap Zacian for the Cramorant, Hop's Choice Band attached to it, Snorlax bench, Postwick in play. That bird is now doing 210 damage if your opponent has 3 or 4 prize cards remaining. But that's still really good for a single prize Pokemon. I love this. Zacian and Cramorant are strong. I think you also run a few Munkidori in this deck and some Dark Energy, which is going to be the only energy you're going to be needing because your Zacian and Cramorant are hopefully going to be attacking for free. And since Zacian's Insta Strike is going to be putting 30 damage on your opponent's bench Pokemon, moving around a little bit of damage on your own Pokemon with Munkidori can help knock out your opponent's low HP basic Pokemon on their bench. Sick. And this is definitely an Arven deck. Not only does Arven grab Hop's Choice Band, which we want to see several of every game, but it also grabs the ace spec I think you should be running, Secret Box. And Secret Box should grab you all the pieces you're missing to set up your whole board in one fell gulp. I mean swoop. One thing I want to note here is having Snorlax get stuck in the active sucks. I've lost several games on live because I just couldn't really get him out, and attaching energy to him to attack was just way too slow. So I'd probably recommend running a couple switches in the deck, or even a Latias EX to make all your basic Pokemon in play have free retreat. So that's the gist of the Hops deck. So comment down below if you guys like the concept of this deck, or if you have any techs or additions that you think will make this deck even stronger. Drop a like if you enjoyed this, and feel free to follow me. I'm going to have way more videos like this coming out soon. Have a great one, and Pokemon Trainer George